So I'm going to show you how I work with my paper cups. I just take a spoon and I load it with the seed starting mix. Just scoop it in there. I do it over the bag, otherwise it can get kind of messy. I put it right there. And I just kind of tap it down. And then I've already chosen the seeds that I'm going to plant today. So I'm going to do snow pea, and I'm going to do some curly kale. Now for the snow pea, you can get this to germinate a bit faster if you soak it first. So just soak it like you would peas or beans, you know, dried peas or beans if you were going to cook them. Soak it in some water, you know, a couple hours is probably enough for this application. And then I just plant 2 or 3 seeds in each seed cup. You could also soak your kale, that would help, just for like an hour, and then just plop them in there. But they're much smaller seeds and it's a little bit harder to work with. They'll stick together. So I find that they germinate quickly enough if I put them on the heating mat. So I also keep my homemade markers that, you know, my identifiers, and a Sharpie handy so that I can write down what I planted and the date, because I usually have several of these going at a time and I want to remember, and I'm always moving them around and rotating them, so I want to make sure that I know when I started germinating them. That is my seed starting, except one more thing. The vermiculite, once I put the seed in there and I kind of just poke it down into the seed starting mix, I take the spoon and I take some vermiculite and I just sprinkle that on top. That cuts down on any fungus that would get in there and cause damping off. But really, in my earlier video, when I was talking about seed starting mix, this doesn't have any biology going on in there. There's no, you know, microbes or fungi. It's very sterile. So you shouldn't have a problem, but in case anything's floating through the air and it lands there, the vermiculite is really going to inhibit that fungal growth.